everyone, how are you? It's Dati. Dati is in the house. It is technically October 31st, 2012, so happy Halloween. This video is well, I'm not going to say quick because, you know, I say quick and they never are. But anyway, it's a weigh-in and doctor update. I did go to the doctor on Monday as a follow-up to the depression and anxiety, panic, whatever you want to call it, that I've been dealing with for the last couple months. I was off work for a good 6 weeks, and at the beginning of October I went back to work, starting with 2 days a week, worked up to 3 days a week. This week right now I'm on a 3-day week, and then next week I start 4 days a week. Working my way back up to full-time 5 days a week. And it was discovered, well, I guess not discovered, but apparently one of the people I work with at times is a trigger for some of the, I guess he triggers some thoughts of my dad, and it kind of triggers some anger, resentment. I guess resentment triggers is what they are, because they're I have a list and a half of resentments of my dad, things about my dad, with my dad, relationship with my dad, etc., etc., etc. But that's not what this video is about. So I did go to the doctor, and first of all, my weight. I weighed here at home on Saturday in minimal clothing, like my underwear. Bad. And I weighed 286 on my scale. And then I went to the doctor on Monday, and of course, you know, they weigh you every time. But that was, you know, fully clothed in my layers because it's been cold. And I weighed an even 290, which I'm not exactly thrilled about, but yeah, I'm trying to stay away from the 300-pound mark. I initially weighed 403 pounds, so the lowest I ever got was 253, and that was about summer, fall of 2011. For those that don't know, I actually did have weight loss surgery. I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy on December 15th, 2009. So I am one of those slow to lose and easy to gain yet still. But the doctor's appointment went well. It was basically discussion, see how I'm doing, how my feelings are, how I'm handling work, how I'm handling home life, because, you know, even my family life is great, but it's all part of the midlife thing, and certainly I'm not the only one that goes through all of this stuff, but it's hormonal too, come to find out, with all this female stuff I've got going on. And the female stuff and the hormonal stuff there could certainly and absolutely have a lot to do with the fact that I don't lose weight well, PCOS, blah blah blah. Oh my gosh, really. Anyway, my blood pressure was up from the last several times that I've had it taken. It was at 142/92, and that was on Monday morning. And so she wasn't terribly concerned, but she did ask if I had a rough weekend or whatever, and it, you know, it so happened that Monday morning I was a little emotional. Plus, I gotta be honest with you, that's about, you know, when we knew of the hurricane coming in, and even though I'm not in that area, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep Monday night or Sunday night, and so going in on Monday morning to the doctor, I had a lack of sleep going on. Plus I was emotional. Plus, yeah, just several things really. And so she was pretty convinced that, that was a good part of the reason why my blood pressure was up a little bit. But I'll tell you what, yeah, the people that were in the path of the hurricane, you guys, all of you, the ones I know, the ones I don't know, were in my mind and on my thoughts very heavily, very heavily. I couldn't, Monday night, last night, or Sunday night, whatever night it was, holy moly, I'm confused. I just kept praying and thinking good thoughts and hoping that it wouldn't be too terribly, horribly devastating. And granted, there were some deaths and everything, but yeah. So just know that one of those things about me, I seem to have this huge compassionate. I think about everyone all the time, and I worry about a lot, and I have such a huge heart, I guess. I just do, and I put so much thought into concern about so many around me that a lot of times I don't put enough into myself. So anyway, I don't know if I've ever gone through some of my problem list. It's funny, they give you your like your visit summary from the doctor, and I am still diagnosed. My diagnoses are anxiety and depression, but my problem list is also hypothyroid. I've been on a thyroid medicine for a long time. Back pain, obesity, I hate that word, and also insulin resistance, which is like PCOS type deal too, or whatever. So yeah, and other than that, I do have a specialist appointment with the gynecologist again on November 7th, and that is going to be to do an endometrial biopsy, which does not sound pleasant at all, but I have to take a Motrin an hour before, or ibuprofen, whatever, an hour before, because there will be some cramping, and then from there we'll decide on the next step with regard to that. So I'm trying to get my head back in the game with weight loss, but little by little is all I can do. Speaking of, I did do some crunches today. I did 100 crunches for Miss Beautiful Alicia, and they hurt. I'm not used to those anymore. I read an article in Oprah magazine, about one woman's deal with fitness and how she would go gung-ho on certain fitness things, like exercise things, like whether it be P90X or whatever, and she would go gung-ho, and then she would not immediately, but eventually get burned out, and then she'd end up gaining some back, and it was this constant roller coaster. So she came to realize that she needed to exercise less, because she was really putting in a lot, like 90 minutes a day, 7 days a week or whatever, and it wasn't doing her any good, and so she ended up lessening the amount of exercise and working on HIIT, H-I-I-T, high intensity intervals. So she would do like 10 minutes of whatever. It could be running or bicycling or sit-ups, crunches, push-ups, that kind of thing. But she would do, hardcore as fast as she could, for 30 seconds and then 30-second break. And then she would go back to 30 seconds, working real hard, and then 30-second break. But for like 10 minutes, and you know, a few times a week. And so I've been giving some thought to that, because if I don't get burnt out on something, I get frustrated with something and I shelf it and I don't want to look at it ever again. And yeah, it's awful. So I haven't found my passion once again for exercise, which is kind of, yeah. Anyway, this video has gone on longer than I intended. I still want to do another video. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. I love you guys so much. You can't even imagine. And I will see you in a bit, okay? Peace, love, smiles. Bye-bye.